Well, good evening, everybody. There's no viewers yet, but I'll still say good evening because it says I got one watching. And tonight, time with Gramps.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Oh,
no viewers yet, but I'll still say good evening because
didn't turn that sound down on the YouTube window. Oh, I'm pleased nobody was in here. Fancy an old timer like me making a mistake like that. So tonight's guest is the young man, Alex, aka Releasethelens, wedding videographer, wedding photographer, commercial work. So, welcome, Alex.
Thank you very much for having me on, Keith.
So, Alex, we've only got 3 viewers in, and we've got no one who said anything in the chat yet. But could you, as a new YouTuber who I have followed since day one, could you tell us a bit about your channel, please, Alex?
Okay. So I'm Alex. I make basically travel videos. I've got a wedding video going up soon, so I'll be starting to post them on my channel as well, and also like events like rallying and motocross. I follow that quite almost religiously. Taking photos and videos, and then I pop that on my channel. And also in regard to the travel, whenever I go away on holiday or anything like that, I'll always make a little cinematic video, so anyone who's interested in that kind of stuff can watch. But there's plenty more to come, but it is a little bit few and far between. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, we don't mind that because I mean, I have noticed on your videos you don't upload regular. So if you want your channel to grow, really, you should upload regular interviews, at least once a week, or intervals, should I say, once a week, or perhaps twice a week. So we'll just say hello to Beauty on a Budget, Ruby Slippers, Jeanette Pickering, the Big Red Bear Australian. Yeah, that's all we've got. We've got 7 viewers in at the moment and only 1 like. Oh, and I must remember who else was in. I book, didn't see that one. Book Army Nation. Yeah. Hello, welcome. And we've got Crimson Fantasy in as well. Hell, they're all coming in. So, Alex, can you tell us a bit about yourself then?
Okay, so I'm 18 and I live around in the Midlands, so not too far away from Stoke-on-Trent. I've been doing YouTube on and off for the past probably 3 or 4 years, but this this channel has been up for around about 1.5 years, so I'm quite experienced with the whole YouTube kind of thing. I'm a wedding photographer by trade for a job as well, so I do that mainly at the weekends and then edit in the week, so quite a busy chap, to be honest with you. Not sure what else, to be honest.
Yeah. So have you got any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got an older brother. He is 23. He's at home. He's married now.
Yeah, because you were best man at his wedding, I presume.
Yeah.
So you didn't get any chance to take any photographs yourself then?
No. I wasn't able. That's how I met the photographer who I got. How I got into weddings. But really, it was I was quite busy with the best man duties, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I heard you mention on a live stream that you didn't go to school, you were home tutored. Could you tell us a bit about that? How you found that,
So I've never been to school personally, never in the whole school period from like 5 through to 16, I didn't go. When I'm not 100% sure on the full story, but my brother was took out of school just before I was due to start going to school, and then my mum and dad just says, we're not putting you in school, so we're going to home educate you. And particularly in the last 3 years of me doing home education, I used a lot of online sources, like for maths and English, which was really good. But the only thing that I would say I'll probably do is I'll have to do my GCSEs because I didn't take them. So, but with the jobs that I have, I don't really need them because you don't need qualifications or anything, which is great.
Yeah, agreed on that.
Yeah, that's about it on that, really.
So, do you think that's affected your skills interacting with other people?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably bound to. Yeah, I think when you're in school, you're kind of with your friends all the time. You're chatting to new people. You conversing with different people. But when you're home educated, it's more a one-to-one basis.
Yeah.
A lot of people I know, I don't know. It also it kind of can be used if you've got learning difficulties or things like that. Neither me or my brother have got them, but we just got took out anyway, and we were just raised up doing that, really.
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what does your brother do for a living then, Alex?
My brother's a landscape gardener at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's really busy at the moment with it being summer.
Yeah. And when you started in the workplace, what was the first job you've done?
My first job was a gardener. As soon as I left school, I did about 3 or 4 days a week doing gardens for different people, weeding and cutting lawns and stuff. So that got me into the business side of things. But probably, I think it was January, I found a job not too far away from me as a part-time welder, and I did that for about 3 or 4 months. I left there in the middle of May, and then as soon as I left, I just put everything into starting wedding photography.
Yeah, and what equipment do you use for your wedding photography?
Okay, so I've got plenty of lenses. I use the Canon 600D, and the lenses I use are the 18-55 kit lens. I don't use that very often. I've got the 55 to 250 millimeter. That's the 5.6 version, I think. I've got the 1.8 50 millimeter prime, and I've got the 24 millimeter 2.8 as well.
Yeah. Oh, great. So I'm just going to welcome the new viewers. We've got the Benfield Bunch. We've got BTD from Bristol Inn. We've got Bowerboy Woods. So I'd like to say hello to all you. We've got Richard in as well, Darwin Droning, and we've got the Night Owl, and we've got Beauty on a Budget. So we've got 10 watching, and I've got 9 likes, which is not bad for me.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No, and Carolyn 12 before be free. She's just joined the chat. You are right there. Yeah, I know BTD. I follow you. So brilliant. He's a part of the hashtag I am a creator community, which is a community. If you don't know anything about it, it's there to help small YouTubers like ourselves.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you go on the thon?
Yeah, I did for about an hour, but it was on a bit later, and I was in the stream last night as well. So
yeah, oh, that's good then. So did you did you get any more supporters from the thon then, Alex?
I'd probably say I've gained about 80.
Yeah. Oh, that's good then.
Pretty good, yeah. I'd say that's pretty good. It's boosting the views. I've got 2,000 views at the moment, roughly, on the whole channel, and only about 8 videos. So I'm getting quite a few views per video.
Yeah. Which is good really for a small channel. You know, the amount of views, because I mean, when you look at myself, I mean, I've been a member of YouTube since 2007, but I only really started working at my channel 15 months ago, because I used to just put up one every now and again. But now I upload regular, I do live streaming regular. So, you know, my subscriber base is going up. But I watched a video last night that Bossman put the link into the chat about why we lose people. Well, that I think his name's Nash, mentioned why every time you do a live stream or put a video up, you tend to lose subscribers. And that's because YouTube notify your subscribers, or so many of your subscribers, and some of those change their mind and don't like your content, so they unsubscribe to you. So you know, good explanation, Tom Nash. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, great. He really enjoyed his explanation of it.
Like, so, not everyone's, is it? It's not everyone's cup of tea, is it? Not everyone's going to like your stuff, are they?
No. This is it. You can't please everybody, can you? You know, and it depends on what you are uploading to what people are interested in, you know, at the time. I mean, I don't know what type of channels you follow then, Alex.
Mainly photography ones, people like Peter McKinnon and people like that, and also I'm really into vloggers and that kind of thing, like Casey Neistat and people like that, to be honest with you. So I'm not really into like gaming and stuff, but I will watch like streams of the community and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't really.
Thank you very much for the like, BTD. Appreciate that, and you know, appreciate you coming into my live streams as well. So Alex, how do you see your channel developing then?
I can certainly see a substantial. Sorry, go on.
In the next 6 months or so.
I can see a substantial more in growth. I could see myself. My goal is hopefully to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which is not impossible because I'm nearly halfway there. But I'm certainly going to be uploading more. That's my main goal with the channel, is putting more content out there so people, it reaches more people, and just enjoy it as well, really. Yeah.
And how are you finding live streaming now? Because I know you only started live streaming the other day.
Yeah.
How are you finding going live, sitting in front of a camera and talking to people?
I don't find it too bad, to be honest, because I've been, I used to be, before this channel, I had a previous channel called Alex's Massive World. Some people will have remembered that, which I used to do lots of vlogs and stuff like that. So I'm quite comfortable behind a camera. But I think when it comes to live streaming, it's just like a live vlog, if you know what I mean. It doesn't really feel much different, and you've got kind of feedback from behind the camera, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Which I
like. Can you follow the chat as well? Can you see the chat?
Yeah, I've got the chat up here.
Because if anyone's got any questions for young Alex, please put them in, and hopefully he will answer them then.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just having a look at my list of questions.
That's all right.
So do you think you are spending enough time on your channel at present?
I would say no, not at all. I think in order for me to grow, I would need to put in a lot more effort, because at the moment it's just kind of a bit sit back and relax, put a video on every month and a half or whatever it is, and then hope some people will get it. But in the future, like I said, I want to almost regiment the uploads, so I've got a schedule to put them up at, and then I'll just pop something in the chat so people know who I am.
Yeah.
But I want to get like a upload schedule, so I can keep the consistency up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'll let you do that.
Someone's popular.
Yeah, it's Dennis of MJM Films.
There you go.
So the Night Owl says, what would be your dream camera and lens, Alex?
I think it would probably be, is it the 5D Mark IV by Canon?
Yeah, what's happened? You've gone off. That's it.
It's doing this thing again. Bear with me. It'll come back in a minute.
Yeah.
It'll go off and then I'll come back. It's just frozen.
It's a terrible. Yeah, mine's been freezing. I've just put on a live with Alex on live.
It'll come back in a sec. Bear with me.
Yeah, mine was like that. Don't worry.
Yeah. It'll come back and then it'll be fine then.
At least we can hear you at present.
Yeah. Well, I'll go off. It'll go off and then it'll come back in a sec. But if it doesn't turn off, I'll just.
Oh, BTD says he really wants the 6D Mark II as well. So you're still frozen. Do you want to? If you can hear me, Alex, just go off and come back on. These problems with these hangouts, live chats, and he's local. He's in England. I expect it when it's in the USA. Are you back on now?
Yeah, it's working now. It just does this little blip.
Yeah. Mine did last night. Mine was crackling and cutting out and everything. Yeah. So carry on with what you were saying.
Okay. Cameras, wasn't it? Oh yeah. Personally, I think ideally in the next year or so, I want to get my dream camera of 5D Mark IV.
Yeah.
And I want the 24 to 70 mm 2.4, I think it is. Yeah, which will be just awesome for me weddings. That's all that I really want, really. I've got the rest of the reasonably good lenses.
Yeah.
But that's what I want.
So in the business, do you want to be? Are you more for photography or more for the videography side of the business?
If I'm the lead photographer or the lead person at the wedding, I'll do photography.
Yeah.
But say if I'm second shooting somebody else, then I'll be the wedding videographer instead.
Yeah.
That's really how it works. But
yeah. Which do you prefer though, out the two?
I'll probably say the photography.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more emotion behind the picture.
Yeah, because there's more money in photography than there is in videography. I'll tell you that much, because photographers always got more. When I was in business doing the videography side of things, they got nearly £1,200 to £1,500 more than what I could charge. You know, I mean, I did a big wedding in Harrogate, and they had three photographers, and they charged £6,500. I was there with myself and another cameraman, and I got 1,995 out of the deal, and I was there from 8 in the morning till midnight.
Yeah. It's a lot.
They were there for the service, because it was in it wasn't in a church, it was in a restaurant, a stately home, and they were there from 10 o'clock till about 4, till just after the speeches, and that was it.
I see.
But it's always been the same. So I'm just going to say hello to Emily Baird. I'm
saying that they can't see me.
Beauty on a budget. Oh boy, 6. Yeah, that's it.
A couple of they can't see me at the moment. I don't know what's up.
Well, I can see. Well, do you want to go off and come back on?
Yeah, I can do.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So he's just left us for a second. Hopefully you will see him in a minute. It's can you see him now?
Hopefully.
Bella, can you see him now? Alex is a ghost. Can you see him now? Because he's come back on.
We'll see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's working. Yeah.
Alex, yeah. So they can see you, can they?
Yeah, I've just got the stream watching in the background, and I can see myself now.
Technical glitches. Yes, Richard. Oh, yeah, he's back. Yeah, that's the best way. Just go off and come back on. That's the only trouble. I can't do that because it's my live stream.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So, do you still want to do vlogging style of films, travel, and live streams now? Then, Alex.
In regard to vlogs, I've got a separate channel for that kind of thing. I want to keep this channel, the Release the Lens one, as the portfolio, so to speak, for my business. So like on my website and things like that. It's not up yet, but it will be. but I want it to be like the main page, the main focus.
Yeah.
But then the vlogging channel will be like the behind the scenes and the vlogs and live streams and stuff like that. So it's just like advertising to bring them over, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So.
Richard, it's water now because I've been on the source. I've had 4 G&Ts today. So I am a bit, my eyes are a bit going out of focus. That's why I keep on moving forward just to check the chat.
A bit glazed.
No, I do apologise.
A bit
I
glazed,
should be on the source, should I, Alex?
Wow. You can if you want
but Alex is as bad as me. Look, he's on the pot.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, this is a good one that I like asking. What are your strengths
in life?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically,
it's a good question, to be honest. That's I haven't had that one before, to be honest with you. What are my strengths? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'd say perhaps confidence.
Yeah. What about organizational skills? Because running your own business, you need organizational skills because you've got to be one that sits down and plans the way you want your business to go, and then you've got to do something about it. So you've got to be organized, so that is a strength. You've got to have enthusiasm for the business, which I think you've got. So you've got to portray that enthusiasm, because making, like when I used to be in the wedding business, I used to talk to all the future brides, all the bridesmaids. You look around the guests and see those. Always used to give them a card. Never push myself, just did it so you get your name round.
Yeah, I see.
And especially if you've got a YouTube channel with some of your work on, like you intend doing with this channel, then you push your channel, give them a card, your YouTube, your Twitter, your website, everything on it, so they can go and check you out.
Yeah.
And basically, that's what being in business and networking is all about.
I see. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So if you are feeling unmotivated, because you said you haven't put many videos up,
yeah,
what do you think can help you to get you motivated?
There's one YouTuber in particular that really does inspire me, and I watch him. I just rewatch his videos every few weeks, and he's a YouTuber called Feeling Myself. So he's from Folkestone area, but he makes absolutely fantastic videos. He does the same stuff as what I do, and his job is the same as me. So, but he's just gone past 100,000 subscribers. He doesn't post that regularly, a bit like me, bit of the same kind of boat, really. But he really inspires me, and I binge watched some of his videos not too long ago, and it really inspired me to start making more videos again. So hopefully I will do.
Oh, good. I'd just like to say welcome, Donny Short Show, or Simon. I'm enjoying the Cornish CA. Oh, I didn't know he was away. Nice. Did you? And BTD, if you would like to be interviewed by Gramps, just put a comment in, yes or no, because I would love to talk to you with being a Bristol lad. And Equinox is not in the live stream at present, but he is also a Bristol channel. Equinox Photograph. Oh, you will. Oh, good. I've got BTD on my live streams. I'm going to interview then. I'll arrange that. I hope you're free on Wednesday night. Yeah. So I'll get in touch with you, BTD. So, oh yeah. How might people? No, I won't ask that one. What is a goal you have, and how will you achieve it? because it's basically talking about your channel, about your business.
Yeah.
How would you go about building it then?
So to start off on the first part with the YouTube, I think my main goal on the YouTube channel is to get to 1,000 subscribers, because I think that number would make your business look quite professional if you had a big-ish following. And what was the second part? I can't remember. I've forgotten.
How are you going to achieve it?
I'm just going to put everything into it.
See, when you start a YouTube channel,
yeah,
I mean, someone of your age, you're either going to help it to grow your business, or going to turn your YouTube channel into a business itself.
Yeah.
And earn money from it.
Yeah.
So you've got to put down on paper or on a computer or whatever the way you are going to do it. You've got to formulate a plan, because if you don't formulate a plan, you're never going to get to where you want to be in life.
Yeah.
And since I've the only thing is that a lot of people just sit back and do a 9-to-5 job, where because they're happy getting the money, a regular wage coming in. When you become self-employed or a businessman, you're taking a gamble.
Yeah.
So you have got to formulate a plan.
Yeah.
To make it work for you, because when I started in business, it was a case of I knew how much I wanted to live on. So I thought to myself, if I could get 20 weddings at £1,000 a piece, that would give me 20,000, which when I started in 1988 was a good basic living wage. Now you're looking that the average wage in this country is what, 35 to 40,000.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
So you've got to formulate a plan how you are going to earn that every year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So you've got to plan out how many roughly you need. Hence why in the week I normally do a bit of gardening as well. I've got a couple of little jobs just to keep me, so I can keep some petrol money if I haven't got a wedding on. So I just kind of keep a little bit of gardening, and then all the rest of my time is focused on planning, and I do a lot of stuff on Instagram. Really, I look for ideas on Instagram of poses and things like that. So I take a screenshot, and then at a wedding I'll show them the picture, and I'll say, I want to get something like this. Do you like it? And then they'll try and mimic it, and I'll take their photo like again. But I agree with you, definitely. You need a plan to make anything succeed, really.
So I've got to give BTD a moderator wrench. There you are, Brad. I've given you one now. I'll get told off for giving you one, though. There's someone who don't like people having all wrenches. I'm not going to mention no names. We all know who. Let's see. I'm just having a look at me. So if you could spend a day with any YouTuber, who would you want to spend a day with?
I'd say probably Casey Neistat, because he is one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. He devotes his whole life into his family and his business and things like that. So I'd like to be able to work with him for a day and see how he organises himself through the day, so how he lives comfortably with his family, and he's got another baby on the way as well. So he's got his head screwed on. Definitely, he's been able to make a business then he sold it on for millions, and then he's built another one, and it's going fantastically as well. So I kind of want some tips off him, definitely.
Oh, so if you spent the day with him, you would definitely learn then, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
So it is one for you then. Who in the community that we've got, our little community of, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 YouTubers, who would you like to spend a day with in our community then?
I'm not just saying this because I'm on your stream, but I think I'd like to be able to spend a day with you because you've previously done wedding photography. You've done it for a fair few years. You're experienced in it. So I think if I spent a day with you, I'd be able to learn quite a bit in the photography side of my business. I think we'll have to organise that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have to organise a meet-up, yeah, because
definitely.
You know, I don't mind coming over to the Midlands again.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's poor coverage round here, Donny says. So, you know, because that's another thing. Would you be prepared to travel to take photographs at a wedding?
Well, one of it's just reminded me of a photographer who I work with quite a bit.
Yeah.
He's just gone to the Lake District to do a wedding photo shoot this weekend.
Yeah.
And he's stopped over, and he lives in Telford, so only just up the road from me. So he's got like a 5-hour journey, 3 or 4 hour journey, to get up there. So I wouldn't have a problem, so long as I had enough money to be able to afford to get up there and stop.
Yeah.
I'd probably put that on top of the price, but so long as it is, I'd definitely be able to travel.
Yeah. So, are you planning on doing any wedding fairs in the autumn and winter months this year then?
I've got 2 definite ones. I've got one in August, and then I've got one in November. So there's different seasons which I'll be able to utilise different locations and things like that.
Yeah. So have you got some of your wedding photography on canvas or in prints as well?
Not yet. No, it's all on my hard drive at the moment. But
Yeah.
I've got plenty.
You definitely want to get some on canvas and some in photos in frames, because it all helps when you do a wedding fair. You know, and if you're going to do both sides of the business, video and photography, you want a good TV with you, and a modern TV, and do the weddings on a stick, not on DVD, because the better, to me, most sticks will just go in a modern TV in the USB and play all right, whereas DVDs in my day, I always used to put them on DVDs, and I got a lot of complaints. Oh, the DVD won't work in my DVD player, because depending on which disc you got, some machines wouldn't play all the discs. So in the end, I turned to verbatim because I knew that verbatim discs play in most machines.
Yeah,
I still get trouble because I still do. I've got all the cine gear as well. I still do cine to video or DVD, because that's another side of the business that you can develop as well. Wounded Moose, hello there. So you've got to look at ways of building your business besides photography and video, because wedding photography usually is only from the end of April to the end of September. All right, you get occasional winter weddings, but not many church winter weddings or big restaurant places. I don't know whether you're going to go for the what would I say, the council type of weddings, in the register office weddings.
I'll do anything, to be honest, because I've done a couple of registry office weddings, and then I've done a few informal ones, outdoor weddings as well. They're really nice to photograph. But I'd be willing to do any of them, really.
Yeah, I'm just going to say hello to Ronnie. Welcome, Ronnie. So could I ask you then, besides doing weddings, what other type of photography as a hobby side are you interested in?
Definitely events. So what I class as events is basically motorsport photography. I follow the WRC and the motocross and all that kind of thing, and I go to the different locations where it is, and I go and take photos and post them. And some of them have gone viral, and I have been offered to go onto the photography team this year at the WRC Wales, which I'm hoping to do. There's somebody new in the chat.
The Grumpy Vlogger's in. Hello, Lloyd. How are you? Thanks a lot for joining us. This is Alex, Release the Lens. He's an 18-year-old young man who's really only been on YouTube a very short while. Not got many videos up on his channel, I'm afraid to say. But you are going to rectify that, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a video out by next weekend for sure. Because like as we were saying about the rallies and stuff, I went to one yesterday in mid Wales, just by the seaside actually, McCuncleth Way, and I photographed and videoed that. So I'm going to be making a video on that as well. But basically, motorsport photography is my other hobby as well.
Yeah, and I bet that's hard in it, you know, because you've got to have a quick shutter speed for that type of work.
Yeah, I was working at 1/1250.
Yeah.
So it was very, very fast one, and then cranked the ISO up just slightly.
Yeah. So here's a question then for you. Have you ever worked with film?
No, but it's something that I really, really want to work with. I think the only thing that's holding me back is the feeling of when you've took the photo, you don't know how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
So if you're using manual focus, you don't even know if it's in focus or not. But I definitely want to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, because you know, when I did photography, it was all film. You know, I mean, was I pleased when the digital cameras came out? You know, and to see how much they have improved. Oh, Brad's worked with film. I used to work for the BBC too. Oh, wow, wait. Is that the wildlife part then, Brad? You know, because that's what I always wanted to be. I always wanted to be a wildlife video cameraman. You know, do a bit with David Attenborough. You know, love to work on that. Cool. Oh, I look forward to my interview with Brad then on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'll be sure to watch that.
Yeah. Would you? I'm just looking at see what questions I can.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you judge a book by its cover when you meet a person or a new acquaintance? Do you instantly judge them, or what? It's a question I've never asked that one.
So, like a client, for instance, or anyone in general, would you say?
Yeah.
Would you say in general or someone?
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Okay. I think everyone has a preconceived idea of somebody, but I think you could have a preconceived idea of somebody, but you could change your mind an hour later after talking to them. I think everyone judges someone some way.
Yeah.
When you first meet them, but it's only when you really get to know somebody you really know the inner person. I'm going quite deep here, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought, you know.
Yeah. But I think in order to find out what somebody's really like, you've got to get to know them and chat for a bit.
Yeah. That's the way you do find out about somebody, you know. Because I mean, look at me, you know. They call me Gramps, but then everybody says I've got a bad boy image as well, you know.
Yeah, I know. I've heard about that.
Yeah, everybody's heard about my bad boy side. I don't know why, you know.
No, I can't
Fancy
think.
me, little me, having a bad boy side.
I can't think why.
Yeah, nor can I really. I fully understand that. So I know you're only young. Hello there, Dennis. DJM Films is in. So if you haven't supported DJM Films, Dennis, go over because he's a brilliant filmmaker. He's another one that you should get to know as well.
Definitely.
So I know you're only a young man, but have you got a bucket list of where you would love to travel?
Yeah, kind of. I haven't got one written out loud, but there is places that I definitely want to go to.
Yeah.
As particularly, I want to go to America.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I've got some friends in Australia as well, and they've invited me to go over in the next couple of years or so. So I'll be going over there. Never been before. But I'm a bit like my friend that's from Birmingham. He has a goal to be able to go to every European country by the time he's 30.
Oh.
And I'm just starting to do that as well now. So I'd love to just travel all the time and get different shots of.
Yeah. So really, you'd like to be a travel vlogger as well as a wedding photographer and everything. Brad, no, I don't. Swearing's not really allowed on my channel, but we do have we get saucy sometimes on it, you know. Basically, I think, don't we? Yeah, Jeanette and Donnie and all those. Yeah, we get a bit saucy at times. Not usually on me interviews, but when we do a coffee morning, isn't it? Because we are the older community on here. Not too old though. We're in the middle age group.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So today, what's the biggest adrenaline rush that you've ever had? Don't say meeting random life on here, you know, because I wouldn't say that. I just get sick when she's on. I'm only joking.
Adrenaline rush. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds really stupid, but because I haven't really done anything like extreme or anything like that. But when I first learned to drive, when I first passed my test, and I went out on my own first time, and I overtook something. This sounds really stupid, because I haven't done anything really extreme. But it's the first time I ever overtook somebody on my own.
Well, I bet that was scary then.
It was definitely, because I wasn't 100% familiar with my car at the time, so I wasn't sure what it was like.
Yeah. Oh, good evening. We've got the world famous member of our community, Granny Monster, in the house now. Don't know whether you support her, Alex, do you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. World famous, Granny is. Beautiful lady, very knowledgeable in the arts and on YouTube as well. So if a genie granted you 3 wishes right now, what would you wish for? Well, we know it's a Canon 5D Mark IV.
Yeah.
What other things? You've got 2 more wishes, and I'm not granting you them.
I'd probably wish for unlimited wishes.
You can't do that. That's out of the question. I can't grant that one. No.
Nah, I'm only kidding. I think probably one of my wishes would be able to afford to travel whenever I wanted to, and be able to be professional in my job and be able to do it full time. I think those would be my 3 wishes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you'll get there if you want to make a living out of photography. You know, it's hard work. It don't come easy.
Oh no, I agree.
But as long as you don't give up, you know, if you get knocked down, you get up and start again. It's the only way to do it. Oh, here's a nice one. This is an interesting one. I've never asked this one then on my interviews.
Okay.
What do you think about when you're by yourself? As an 18-year-old. Oh, I know what I'd be thinking about. Oh, Give over.
Calm down.
Keith.
Say if I was walking on my own, I'd be thinking, because I don't just like walk down the street. I'd be like walking down the street thinking, what am I gonna be taking a photo of if I had my camera with me? That's probably what I'd be thinking. Oh, what could I take a photo of?
Yeah. Have you seen what Granny says? Keith, I wish Grant explains the wallpaper. Only a genie in a bottle would have that. You got, whoa, look out. Gail the second's in the house. So, you said you want to travel to the States. Any particular state? Any particular city?
There's two I'd like to go to. I'd like to go to California and go to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
For sure. And I definitely, there's 3 states I'd want to go to. And then I want to go to New York because that's fantastic there. And then I want to go to, I can't remember what it's called now.
Thank you, Lloyd, for coming in, by the way.
What's it called? Midway in there by a lake, big lake.
Chicago, Michigan.
You know Liam Panero?
Eh? Ontario.
Do you know Liam Panero, the YouTuber?
No, I don't.
Can't think what it's called now.
Oh, well, that's all right. Don't worry about it. You can let me know another time.
Yeah, it's like midway in there, but up kind of northish.
Yeah.
I'll probably remember.
If you could do a music video, or 9 o'clock, Brad, I usually do them, but I'll get in touch with you. If you could film or take photographs at a concert, which concert or which artist would you like to take photographs of or video of?
I see. There's a person who I have met. He lives in Wolverhampton. I haven't done one yet, but I really would like to. He's a producer called Sam, but he goes under the name SX. He makes some really good music. It's not for everybody because not everyone likes that kind of thing, but I'd like to do it for him, definitely, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So, Dennis asks, have you been to college for photography, or are you self-taught?
I've never been to college. I would like to. I've taught myself everything I know. Well, most things I know, and then picked some other things up from other people. But YouTube is another thing that I've used because that's very good for learning things like that, because you can always see what other people are doing and almost copy what they're doing and then build your style off of them.
Yeah. And develop your own style as well.
Yeah. What Granny Monster said in the chat, where she was saying that I look like a very youthful George Harrison. I get that a lot.
Oh, do you? Oh,
yeah. I get that. I've had that 3 times this week, actually.
Oh, so are you at all musical?
A little bit, yeah. Speaking of George Harrison, I'm going to a Beatles festival in August in Liverpool. I'm going with a few friends from Stoke, and we're going to stay up there, go for the weekend, and watch that. But I really do enjoy music because it inspires me as well.
Yeah. So besides motorsport, then, are there any other sports that you particularly like?
I like the football when it's the World Cup. I don't really watch it any other time because it kind of bores me, if I'm honest with you. I think motorsport is all that I really like, to be honest with you. I used to do a lot of swimming. I did used to competitively swim for a couple of years, but I've since given up on that because I haven't really got the time anymore. But yeah, swimming and that kind of thing, really, I used to be into quite a lot.
Yeah. Are you seeing what Granny's put? She's jealous because you're going to Liverpool to Beatles.
Yeah. It's all where they used to perform Even the I can't remember what it's called, the underground like bar club place.
Yeah, the Cavern. Yeah,
that's it. That's the one. We're going in there for a few drinks as well on the day as well.
Yeah. Well, you'll enjoy your trip to Liverpool. You know, I'm a Kinks fan, so you know.
Yeah.
So, Dead End Street and all that. You know, I mean, they've got Cast Off Kinks reunion every year in London, and I've been a couple of times to that. Oh, yeah, a couple of times. So, brilliant music Ray and Dave used to make.
I'll be videoing it when I go up there. Yeah, I'll be videoing it when I go up there. I'll make a video of it, definitely.
Good. Oh, so what is your favourite beer then?
Well, I've got a Corona here. It's not my favourite, but it's just there. I think San Miguel's my favourite beer.
Oh, so you're a Spanish one then, yeah. So what about spirits? Do you like spirits?
I don't drink
kind, not the other kind.
Yeah. I don't drink a huge amount of spirits really. If I drink, it'll probably be like vodka or something like that, mixed with a bit of Coke or something.
Yeah. So here's another one then. The Donny Shaw show's just had bloody Love Island. So would you go on a reality TV program such as Love Island?
I wouldn't go on Love Island because it really bores me to tears. Love Island does. I don't know. I'd probably not, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't really appeal to me, those kind of things.
And Ruby Slippers asks, what's your favourite dessert?
Probably tiramisu.
Yeah.
Tiramisu's probably my favourite.
So now I'm going to get to the serious questions now about have you got a young lady in your life?
No, not at the moment, no.
Would you like a young lady in your life?
Not at the moment, no. I don't think really I want a girlfriend or anything like that because I think it'd be a bit of a it's something that would put me off my business because I wouldn't have as much time to focus onto it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But in the future, maybe, but not right now.
No, you want to wait until you're at least 40, Alex. Take my advice.
Yeah, young age of 40.
Yeah. You know, you've made your millions then.
Yeah, definitely.
For dinner, need to tend to the. Okay, Granny, you're always making dinner, ain't she? Oh, love to come over to El Paso and have some dinner with you.
I'll have some.
Yeah. So here's an interesting one I've never asked then. What is one thing that bothers you about the world today? Because you're young, you know, you must have views on the way our planet is, people are destroying our planet. So have you got any views on that?
Yeah. I think the violence in the world. There's so much violence. I was watching a video this afternoon about a police program, but it was put on YouTube about someone that got pulled over and the police officer got severely injured and stuff like that. And it really just sickens me to see how much violence there is in the world. But you know, it's something that has been there for a long time and probably will be there for a long time as well, I think.
Yeah, and we've got Equinox Photography, Bristol, UK. Nick, we've got BTD in here as well. That's Brad. He lives in Bristol. So you two should get together. You make millions. And if you make millions, definitely don't do it. Richard says, Darwin droning. Little B's in as well. Hey, Little B, nice to have you in. And Bella's put in, Alex wouldn't qualify for Love Island. He's got something between his ears.
I like that one.
I like that one. Yeah. Agreed there, Bella. Yeah. Oh, well, I can't answer that one then. If you could change one thing, so if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Bodily.
I don't know anything.
Probably be more muscular because
Yeah.
I am I am quite a thin person. I can't put any weight on, so I think if I could, that'd be something that I'd like, definitely.
Well, I wish I weighed like you. I wish I was as skinny as you. I'd be all right, you know. Oh, terrible,
I don't
isn't
know.
it? So
Yeah.
it is an intriguing one then. Who are you closer to, your mum or your dad?
That's a hard one, to be honest with you.
Well, I'll define that a bit more then.
Okay.
If you had a problem in life, would you run to talk to your mother first or your father?
I'd probably say me dad in that respect because we're kind of on the same level, I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because usually boys are more closer to their mothers.
Yeah. Normally, yeah. But I'm
That,
not
that's
normal.
why I asked that one, because you know, I mean, I was very close to my mother,
Yeah.
but my father, I wasn't, because
Hmm.
he was, you know, not a man who you could talk to.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. Oh, who is your favourite historical figure? Who would you, if you had the opportunity to go back in time, who would you love to meet?
Um, Whoever invented the first camera, I think.
Yeah, I thought you'd answer something like that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
so leading on from that, then, what got you into the hobby of photography? What age were you?
So it was the first time I went to Menorca, so that'd be about 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah,
The first camera I had was a little point and shoot camera, and I used to be on a website. I can't remember what it was called, but you used to post a picture every day, and you had a little calendar, and you posted the picture every day, and you used to upload it, and it used to be like a gallery. I can't remember what it's called because I think it's been took down now. But about 7 years ago, when I was abroad in Menorca, I got a little point and shoot camera, and I started off that. And gradually over time, I started upgrading my gear. And just about 2 years ago, I went and invested on this big camera that I've got now.
and have you got a backup camera then?
No, that's my only camera I've got.
Oh, so if that camera fails then, and you're doing, oh, that's bad, terrible. That it's just come up on my iPad that woman in Amesbury has died.
Oh,
The one who, the Novichok, you know.
oh yeah, I know the one.
Yeah. So sorry about that. It just took me breath away because when
Yeah,
you're mentioning violence in the world, you know,
yeah,
there is a lot of violence.
yeah. That's one of my examples, really. I think.
Yeah. So you look there, Darwin Droning, what he's put, designed the
Yeah,
first camera in 1685.
I'll
Cool.
be meeting him then. I think.
Yeah. So would I.
Hmm.
See, even Nick says you need a backup camera if you want to go pro. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because you've got, you know, I mean, when I was in the business, always used to have 3 video cameras and 3 still cameras
Hmm.
because you never know when anything goes wrong. So if you are going to do it as a living, I mean, at the moment, you know, you're acting as a backup,
Yeah.
but on the jobs you've got to have
At
backup
least two.
equipment. Yeah, and
Yeah.
batteries. So you know you've got to have plenty of batteries because that's another thing.
Yeah, I've got plenty of them. I've got plenty of batteries, plenty of SD cards, but I've just got the one camera. That's the only
Yeah,
thing. But I will be getting a new one soon.
yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I used to buy second hand. You know, because
Yeah,
if you look on London Exchange, Photo Exchange, or whatever it is, there's plenty of good second hand cameras on that site. You know, at a
yeah,
reasonable price. But because if you've got the lenses, all you need is your camera bodies.
yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah. What type of food do you like then?
I like anything foreign. anything foreign. So I like Asian food, all the Asian different kinds of food. I like Mediterranean food as well, really. They're my definite favourites.
Yeah, and are you a good cook yourself then?
Reasonably, yeah. I'd say reasonably. I used to do a lot of cooking when I had time, about 3 or 4 years ago. But recently I haven't really had the time, but I do enjoy cooking, definitely.
Yeah. Oh.
I noticed what Equinox has just popped in the chat about MPB. I have been looking on their website for camera gear. It is quite good.
Yeah, I have as well, Nick. You know, because you put it up yesterday for me, and I appreciate that. I think I'm going to go for one of those now.
When I first saw that website, when it come up on my suggested on Google, I thought, oh, I bet that's a scam website, but it's a legit one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought, because I thought, oh, you know, there's some decent stuff on there, isn't there?
Yeah, and I thought, oh, that's weird how cheap that is.
Yeah. So have you been in touch with Nick personally yet? Then through Hangout?
Only through streams and things, but I'm definitely gonna get in touch. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's good then. Memory card, yeah. 21 what? Yeah. So you put in that. We've still got 12 viewers in. I ain't seen Jeanette or Pixie in just lately. I hope he's all right. Yes. So, are you religious?
Yeah, I'd say I'm religious. Yeah.
Yeah, carry on then, Alex.
Yeah, I'll just go and say it. I'm a Jehovah's Witness. So I've been one all my life, and it's something that I really enjoy. I think you can often have preconceptions on people like that, though. I'm no different from anybody else. And like you see, I'm on a stream, I'm talking to anybody normally. But yeah, I'm quite religious, I'd say.
Oh, great then. So here's a question then. What was the last book you read?
I don't read books. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you're not a reader then.
No. I'd struggle to think what my last book was.
Yeah. Oh, what fictional character do you most relate to?
That's a good one. I think when I was younger, there was a kids program called Arthur. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah.
I used to relate quite a lot to him. But I'm not sure as modern day, but definitely I'd say like 5-6 years ago, I'd relate to him quite a bit. But I'm not sure. I don't really. I haven't really got time for much else, to be honest, at the moment.
Oh, that's all right then. So I'm just having a look.
Oh, Jeanette's in that.
Yeah, I know she is. Yeah, she's still in. What is his favourite subject to photograph? Nick says, yeah.
I like portraits, definitely. Portraits of people, I'd say, is my favourite. Or, as we spoke about earlier, like cars and things like that, motorbikes and stuff like that. That's probably my forte.
Yeah.
My favourites, yeah.
So is your father into photography then as well, Alex? Or
no,
you're the only one then?
Yeah, in the family, I'm the only one that's into photography and video, really. But I'm kind of getting my brother more interested into it. He's doing quite a lot on his phone now, because I think phones are pretty good for taking photos now. They're getting better. You can take some decent photos with phones now. So I'm just teaching him a few little bits and pieces on that as well.
Oh, so he might be packing in the gardening then and going with you full time. You never know.
You never know, eh?
No. I'm just having a look. No, you haven't. So if your life was a movie or a book, what would be the title to it? I like that one. It would be How to Improve My Photography Skills.
Something like that, yeah. I think it would be something like Alex, a story of how he became a wedding photographer or something like that.
Yeah. Or here's another one I like then. So, what is your most cherished childhood memory?
Probably going on holiday with all my family to Spain quite a few times, swimming in the sea with all my family, just having a really nice time, definitely.
Yeah. Dennis asked, do you have a studio in your house or would you like one of your own and where?
I don't have a studio yet. Where I'm sitting at the moment, it's in our lounge. So at the moment, I've got my computer and all bits and pieces. I've got a steering wheel and stuff for playing games whenever I fancy. But it's in the lounge at my house. But I would like to make the garage roof my studio. I think that'd be what I'd like to do. But I think it's going to cost a fair bit to do.
Yeah. Because I've got a friend who used to work for the paper, the local Grimsby Evening Telegraph, and he went into the wedding business and portrait and commercial work. And he's got a big he converted his garage into a big studio, and at one end he's got one wall full green screen, absolutely fantastic, because a lot of his corporate work he does the shots in the studio against a green screen background, so he can put any background in.
I see. Oh, that's quite cool.
And when we had the red arrows fly over, I can't remember how many years ago, he even hired an helicopter to get above them to take. Oh, you ought to see some of his work. I'll have to see if I can borrow some of his photographs and show you.
Definitely.
Absolutely brilliant photographer.
I went and watched the Red Arrows about a month ago when it was the Cosford, but instead of going to Cosford and going there, I went to where they actually take off to go to Cosford, which is RAF Shawbury. But I got some fantastic photos there, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, so Nick's trying to get his father-in-law to let him have the basement in the house so he can. Yeah, it'd be great, because that's the only thing I miss, because I'm in a one-bedroom flat. I'd love the space to leave me green screen up and have a studio. So Dennis asks, do you ever use green screen?
I haven't got one personally, no. I'm not sure how I'll be able to use it, but if it comes to something like streaming, I'd get one, definitely.
Yeah. They're not that expensive, I mean, you can buy them off Amazon or eBay for about £28-29, because I got one, Pixie got one, Gail got one, and if you want the lights, I think they work out about £59 then, so they are pretty reasonable. Let's see. Cool. Well, I've got tons of questions here, but it's finding one that I can ask you as a photographer. That's the problem.
Yeah. You can go off from photography a little bit.
No, because that's what I wanted to interview you about your skills as a photographer, how you see your skills improving, what way you want to go, which we know, weddings and things like that, because that is the bread and butter of the work. But I paid £200 for my note. Yeah, so yeah, you can pay any price really, can't you, Nick? For the better, it's the mobile studio. Yeah, I agree, £200 on that. Whips and chains come to mind. What's all this about, Jeanette? I missed that. Have I missed? Well, I bet it's not for a studio, but it's for a dungeon. Oh, that's it. Oh, the basement. Yeah, agreed on that, Jeanette. So, Are you health conscious then?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of health problems in the past. In fact, I've got some at the moment, really. I've got heart problems at the moment. No one knows what is wrong with it at the moment, but I'm just trying to. I've got an appointment at the hospital soon to see what's wrong, but definitely health concerned. Yeah, like going to the gym and stuff is something that I try and keep on top of to keep healthy.
Yeah. So, Alex, Dennis asks, if you could work with anyone in photography, who would it be with?
It'd be one of two, I think. I'd say, like I was saying earlier about Peter McKinnon, because I really like his photograph style. But there's also a smallish YouTuber. Well, I say small. He's got about 40,000, 50,000 subscribers. His name is Joe Allen. I don't know if you've heard of him.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. You can put a link into his channel if you want in the and then I can take a look.
There we go. Oh, he's got 140,000. He's grown since I last saw.
Yeah.
There we go. That's his channel.
Yeah. So Nick's put in. I'll have a look at that then. Nick's put in. He's got 4 units, two soft boxes, 5 backdrops: black, white, grey, blue, and green. Oh, I'll have to show your setup in one of your videos, Nick.
Like a room tour or something, or a gear tour.
I've just subbed to him.
Yeah, he's a good YouTuber.
He's on Twitter as well. So, yeah, because anything like that, I like following channels like that. Go back to mine. That's it. That should be back to mine live stream. Good. Put that back up.
Quite consistently as well. So, which I don't do.
Yeah. So, what do your parents think about you doing YouTube then?
I think they prefer the cinematic styled videos as opposed to the vlogs, because I used to get my family on the vlogs not too long ago, but I think they prefer this channel rather than vlogging.
Yeah,
I mean, because it's a bit more personal. Vlogging is.
Yeah. And do they keep a watch on you then while you are live streaming and making your videos?
Not really, no. I'll show them my videos, but they don't really see me live stream or anything.
Yeah. Because I mean, were you saying it's in the living room? In the I thought, wow, wait, they can't be far away then.
Well, normally they'd be sitting about there.
Oh, wow, wait.
So not too far away.
Yeah. Oh well, that's good. That really is good. So, have you ever been one for doing like whitewater rafting? Would you like to do something like that, or surfing, or is there any particular dangerous sport that you would love to do?
When my dad was a little bit older than me, he used to do windsurfing.
Yeah.
He used to go and do it every weekend. He used to go out and do it. He wanted to teach me, and I really'd like to go and do it. So we're going to go to Bala in Wales at some point, and we're going to go and do it. But also, I'd like to do scuba diving as well.
Oh yeah, that's something I would love to do. That's on my bucket list as well. I'm just going to say hello, RJ Sanderford. Good evening or good afternoon. It's afternoon for you, isn't it? Yeah. Good afternoon.
So when I go to Menorca in October, I'm saving up to be able to go on a scuba diving experience.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to do it this year and take my GoPro with me.
Oh, you've got a GoPro as well, are you?
I've got like a little Chinese knockoff one, but I will be getting a proper GoPro soon. Yeah.
Which model are you thinking about then?
I'm thinking the Hero 5, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's reasonably new, but it's not too expensive.
Yeah. Because that's the problem. I mean, if I was your age, yeah, equipment, I would go for more equipment. At my time of life, I always think now, because I haven't got the business, will, you know, because I've been looking at getting a gimbal, you know, the Zion Crane V version 2.
Yeah.
But then I think, will I use it? You know, I mean, I've got a slider. I very rarely use that now because, you know, when I was doing the weddings, I had a crane, I had a slider, and I had a gimbal, but not the motorized one. So things have changed, you know, because I think to myself, I'm not earning any money, so do I really need it? And that's why I asked Gail yesterday if she, because she's got the Zion, the new one, and I says to her, do you use it very much? And she doesn't, you know. Like in your case, doing weddings and things, I think you would use it. But there again, as you said, you get decent quality video off phone cameras now.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you look at the Samsung 9, absolutely brilliant. You know, photographs and video.
In regard to like a gimbal and things like that, I've got a Steadicam which I use, which is like the manual version.
And, that's what I had, the old Steadicam.
Yeah, I like them, but they are quite complicated to set up. It takes a good half hour to get it set up correctly.
Yeah, to get the balance right. Yeah, I know. And when you look, you get it all set up for what, maybe a minute's of footage.
Yeah, and then you've got to set it up again because if your balance has moved because you've moved your lens or something.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you were going to build a website. Are you building that yourself, or have you got somebody to build it for you?
I'm doing that myself. I'm using a website called Squarespace at the moment. Yeah. I'm hoping to use it's almost done. It should be about a week and it should be up. There's just a few pictures that I need to put on and need to get permission from a few people to use photos and stuff, and then I'd say it'll be up in the next 7 days or so, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, so you will post it, won't you, on your site, so we can have a look at it?
Yeah, it'll be up. It'll be up shortly.
Oh, Dennis has got a Chinese knockoff GoPro as well. Yeah, they're not too bad. Oh, good. So I know where to come then, Dennis, when I want to borrow a GoPro, so I can get some decent footage, underwater footage.
It's reminded me that as a few years ago, me and my brother went on a Land Rover experience, and I put the GoPro on the Land Rover when we were driving, and it fell off. This GoPro did, smashed, went over the road. Thank goodness it was like a lane, so it was quite quiet, and it come out its casing. Anyway, turn it back on, and it works again, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
it's really resilient.
It's
not too expensive, Bella. I can't remember the price point. It's not huge though.
Oh, so yeah, because Random Life's got a website as well now, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's one of her friends. I think she's got it with GoDaddy though, you know. So one of her friends is building it, and it looks quite professional. Doing very well on that. Anyway, it's now nearly 10:10, so I'm going to finish this live stream because, as I said, I had 4 gin and tonics before I started.
That's fine.
I've got mine from Apple 4K recording. Wasn't that expensive on the one, if I remember. Oh, from Argos. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that one then, Nick.
Oh, right. Oh, I think I know the one. I think.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. So I appreciate you being on.
Thank you very much for having me,
Alex. I've really enjoyed this interview, getting to know you a bit more. Thanks for everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you coming on. I'll give you a ring in about 15 minutes, Dennis, and to talk about the video that you want and how to download it. And I will give you a ring also, Jeanette, maybe. Oh, JD Diva's in. Oh, and they've missed it, haven't they? So, as I say, it's good night from Gramps and good night from Release the Lens, Alex. And thank you for all coming in and taking part in the chat. Really appreciate it. So, bye all.